Do you or someone you know own or operate your own construction-based business? Watch through the episode for a special opportunity with Construction Business TV. Today on CBTV IDAHO, we're going to talk about a bond that the city of Pocatello is seeking to fund construction on 2 of their high schools. We're going to give updates on the widening of the 45th East Road in Ammon, and we're going to discuss improvements on the Lee Avenue storm drains. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Tyson, and you're watching Construction Business TV, Idaho Falls, Idaho. Welcome back, everyone, to CBTV Idaho. My name is Tyson, and I'm your video journalist for Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. If this is your first time on the channel, CBTV Idaho is your go-to resource for news on all of the construction and development projects that are happening in your local area. As always, we're going to kick this off with a local construction job post lead. We're going to talk about Cleary Building Corp. They have an immediate need to fill 4 different job positions. All these positions are local to Idaho Falls. They are all entry level, and they have a salary range between $50,000 and $80,000. What they're needing is 2 workers for their post-frame construction crew. They need a construction foreman as well as a subcontract construction crew member. If you have an interest in any of these positions, if you'd like to learn more about them, or if you want to know how to apply for them, there is a link in the description below this video. For our first story, we're going to talk about the Lee Avenue storm drain improvements. So the city of Idaho Falls has contracted with Knife River Construction to install a new storm line, catch basins, and manholes in Lee Avenue at the intersections of 14th and 15th Street. The work is going to begin next Monday, October 9th, and is being done to address drainage issues that were identified following the record rainfall that Idaho Falls experienced earlier this spring. Every effort is going to be made to accommodate access to properties in the construction zone. However, some activities will temporarily block access due to the nature of the work. Motorists are going to be detoured around the work during that point. So to complete this project, Knife River is going to require full access to the streets that I mentioned before, and they request that motorists do not block the streets from vehicles or trailers from October 9th until the work is completed later this fall. So they're asking to please reduce speeds, obey traffic control signage, and watch for construction crews throughout the work zone. I'm always going to add that if you're near the area and you see construction crews in the area, make sure you give them a big thumbs up. Let them know that you appreciate the hard work that they're doing to making your community a safer and more efficient place to live. If you find value in the content that I provide every week, you can show your support by hitting the like button below the video. And if you want to follow the construction projects as they unfold week to week, you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on YouTube, as well as Instagram. Let's hit story number 2. We're going to talk about the widening of the 45th East Road in Ammon. So I'm going to give you this week's schedule for the 45th East Crowley Road widening project. The anticipated schedule involves the following work being completed. Their plans are to finish the grade base, excavate railroad tracks, install storm railroad tracks, begin pit run tracks, and begin demolition at Iona Road for another roundabout. These are anticipated schedules that can be impacted by adverse weather or other complications. Before I get to my final story, I want to share a quick announcement for anyone who owns or operates a construction-based business in East Idaho. So do you or somebody you know own or operate their own construction-based business? This could be anything from road work, residential or commercial construction or development, or a trade of any kind. I would love to offer you an opportunity to be showcased on Construction Business TV to share what it is you love about what you do, as well as why your company is a great one to hire. If you're interested or you know somebody who is, you can shoot me a message in the comment section below, or there's also a link to guest registration in the video description. For our final story, we're going to talk about the bond that Pocatello is seeking to fund construction on 2 of their high schools. So PCSD 25 has proposed the $45 million 15-year bond to fund construction on both Highland and Century high schools. The work on Highland would return it to a fully functioning school after the devastating April fire that gutted the school's D wing. The construction on Century would address facility needs by providing them with an expanded gym. If the bond passes, it would bring about major repairs and updates to Highland High School. An entirely new auditorium, music wing, cafeteria, and gym with athletic rooms would be constructed where the D wing once stood. The new gym would be a multi-level gym. The upper deck would have a track and a multi-purpose space where different teams could practice. The capacity of the current auditorium is around 450 people. The proposal would introduce an auditorium built for 950 people. The footprint of the current auditorium would be converted into 6 classrooms. In the upper wing of the school, existing classroom space would be reconfigured into a modernized science wing. Additionally, the district plans to do a property exchange with the landowner across the street from the high school to add a 7-acre parking lot. The proposed plan for Century is to flip the main gym perpendicular to the auxiliary gym to allow increased capacity. The plan also includes an annex that would be used as multi-purpose areas. So if this bond passes, the goal for Highlands completion would be the fall of 2026 and Century by fall of 2028. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Construction Business TV in the East Idaho area. I want to thank you guys again so much for your time and your support and following the channel week to week. Tuesday, 4 o'clock, we put out a new episode every week. We have for the last 2.5 years or so. So if you haven't yet, if you've been loyal to the channel, but you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, you know where it is. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you guys so much for your time. We'll see you next Tuesday, 4 o'clock. Drive safe.